A book can sometimes help you see the world through someone else's eyes. Today we're going to talk about Autism Spectrum Disorder, which is usually discovered during your childhood. It can be discovered later, but it usually isn't. In autism, your brain just works differently from other people's brains, and you process information differently. There's two kinds of autism generally: classic autism or autistic disorder, or Asperger's syndrome. Sometimes people call themselves Aspies, and that's not as severe. It's not as difficult, but it also has its problems. There are symptoms, and they're never really going to go away in your life, but they can improve, and there are therapies that can help you. Oops, lost my screen there. And autistic people often want to be alone. They don't look great at people. And a big thing is that they have trouble understanding other people's feelings. And there can even be other extreme behaviors like repeating words over and over, not answering a question the way that a normal quote-unquote person would, getting upset over really small changes in life, having unusual reactions to smells, sounds, tastes, etc., or even rocking or moving around or spinning in circles. Well, you're going to say, what does this have to do with anything? Well, it has to do with a book called The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime by Mark Haddon, which takes place in England and is narrated by a young boy who we think has autism named Christopher Boone. He's really upset about what happened to Wellington, and he tries to be a detective, sort of like Sherlock Holmes, and solve the crime. But he has some difficulties along the way, and we meet his mother and father, and they have some family problems. Well, not everybody liked this book, and there's a link here to a Huffington Post article, and that'd be some extra credit if you could understand why this man, hey, a bell's ringing, did not like this book. And also, you're going to see an autism awareness video that's a little different, and it's not very long. And at the end, I'm going to have some questions about this screencast to hold you responsible for having watched it. And this is to lead us into this book called The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime. And that's why I asked you to write about what it would feel like to feel very different from other people and how it would affect you or maybe upset you. And you'll see that that's a big part of this book.